Hi, everyone. It is me, Sailor Moon Serena. And it's me, Sailor Venus, Sailor Hellsworld Mina here. And today we're going to talk about, only girls can be sailor fighters or sailor keepers, and how that oversight doesn't have to be followed. First off, a lot of folks think you have to follow it, but you don't. And I'm not going to talk about if the oversight is a thing or not, because there's going to be folks that say there is. But I'm going to say would say the oversight is a thing. Well, guess what? I don't have to follow it, and neither do you. You see, there are some Sailor Moon folks in the Sailor Moon followership who hold on to that oversight and think that it can be upholded. Well, newsflash, it cannot be upholded. That oversight was broken by TOEI and between 95 YL and Sailor Stars, and broken again in Stars. And I know someone out there is going to bring up, oh, well, in the song plays out there, they are women who somehow make themselves look like men. First off, we're not talking about the plays or the song plays out there. All right? We're talking about the drawing show, Sailor Stars and Stars. All right? So TOEI broke that oversight and between 95 YL. And if that was, and some folks believe, that it started a whole rile between the TOEI business and the Andling Now Golding's business over that. But I don't know if there's any truth to it or not. All right? So, the oversight was broken by Toei and nothing happened. All right? Years later, Ernest P. Royal comes along as Sailor Earth. And that door was already opened thanks to Jordan, Dustin, and Julian, the Free Lights or the Tri-Lights, who were also the Sailor Starlights. So that door was already opened. And by that time, there were more open-minded folks about that thing. But that doesn't mean to say there weren't folks out there that gatekeeped or made a big thing out of it, because yes, there were. And they know who they are, so we don't need to talk about it. What do you think about this whole oversight? First off, Sailor Moon, it's an oversight that some folks in the Sailor Moon followership say is a thing. Now, I'm not going to do all this learning, to back everyone up. If someone out there wants to say it's a thing, then you're going to have to do all that looking up and learning and whatever. Now, I think at the end of the day, that oversight cannot lawfully be upholded. If someone wants to not follow the oversight in their lover tales or in their films, then there's nothing no one can do about it. The Toei business and Natalie Now Golding's business are more worried about ownership and double right than they are about someone following some oversight that no one even knows why isn't a thing. Yeah, it was broken, believe it or not. Even if you don't want to believe it was. The Toei business themselves broke it when Dustin, Jordan, and Julian came along, and they were the first men sailor fighters or sailor keepers, or whatever you want to call them. And a lot of folks out there don't want to look at them as the first men sailor fighters, or don't want to welcome that they broke that oversight. And the oversight got broken again because when Stars came out, Justin, Jordan, and Julian were once again men sailor fighters. So, yeah. And I know someone out there is going to bring up the plays and the song plays. Well, we're not talking about the plays or the song plays. We're not talking about that world. And I think, and we're happy that we broke that oversight, because it shows that you can have both men and women sailor fighters. And if you're someone out there who somehow believes that a man cannot be a sailor fighter, then I don't know what to tell you. What was some of the gatekeeping behind that? Well, the only thing I can tell you right now about it, you're right, Sailor Venus, or Sailor Hell World, or Mina. The only gatekeeping that I ever gotten for having, for breaking that oversight, and it was, so come on, was someone out there who thought that Ernest being Sailor Earth was a slight on Naiko Takaguchi. Well, let's be earnest about that. That was not meant to be a slight on her or anything. But someone thought they had to gatekeep, and someone had to think that that's what was going on. You know, that was gatekeeping right there. Telling someone that they were that Ernest being Sailor Earth was somehow a slight on Naiko Takaguchi. I don't understand how anyone would even think that. I would like to think that Naiko Takaguchi, or however you say her name, I'd like to think that she's a little more open-minded to know that everyone's take on Sailor Moon isn't the same. And as long as someone's not going against her ownership and double right over Sailor Moon, or her half ownership and double right over Sailor Moon, then I don't think she cares if someone is making a man sailor fighter or not. So I'm thankful I broke that oversight. And you should be thankful that you should be bold enough to break it too. Alright. I'm done. Alright. It's over with. Let's do it now. Alright, time to make this work. Sailor Venus, Sailor V, Sailor Hellas World. Alright, give this film a like, share and playlist it, and we'll see you later.